Workington Town are in the League One playoff final after winning an action-packed eliminator against Doncaster. Despite going behind to an early try, Town fought back to strike at the heart of the Doncaster defence and claimed the upper hand to win the tie 30-18. The travelling support were elated as they cheered the players on after a superb effort in both attack and defence. Town looked to have got the afternoon off to the perfect start when a great run by Ollie Wilkes found Scott Rooke flying down the left-hand flank to touchdown, but the referee pulled play back and denied the visitors. This didn't deter them as they pressed again with great hands out to the left once more, and Ben Morris was unlucky to be pushed into touch by a host of defenders just short. Town had been on top in the early stages, but on nearly their first foray into the opposition half, Doncaster picked up points. A high bomb was missed initially, but Liam Harris was the first to react as he collected and crossed the line, with Matty Beharrell converting. Workington looked to get back into the game and were attacking the Dons line when the ball came loose and Doncaster hoofed it downfield and it turned into a straight foot race. It's Rooke who turned saviour for Town as he just got there in time to drop on the ball, but he knocked on in doing so and Doncaster had the ball near the Town line. The home side pushed forward and were awarded a penalty in front of the sticks and chose to take the 2 points. Beharrell duly obliged and Doncaster moved out to 8-0. Workington had a half break as Gordon Modling looked to round the defence and gained some ground, but he was pulled into touch just inside the home half. Then, great work from Sean Penkovic took Town down to the Dons line where he saw he had support out on the left and the ball was lofted out wide. It then reached the arms of Modling and he dived over the line, with Forber adding a great kick from the touchline. A mistake by Doncaster's Richard Owen on his own try line saw Town get the scrum in a great position to extend their pressure. First, Morris was held up over the line and then Penkovic fed a lovely ball to the strong-running Wilkes, who stretched out to touchdown under the posts, leaving Forber an easy conversion, putting Town in the lead for the first time. It was Workington now with the upper hand, and, as they neared the try line again, Doran put in a neat little grubber kick, but he was pulled back afterwards, resulting in a penalty goal, which Forber duly slotted over. But then a couple of penalties allowed Doncaster the field position to come back at them and they nearly got over with just the post and Modling denying Ross Osborne. However, as they looked to fling the ball wide, Rooke was there to clear the danger again, leaping for the ball and coming away with it. A bad tackle on Elliot Miller gave Forber another chance to extend the lead just seconds before the hooter sounded and Town led 16-8 at the break. The second half opened with a bang again for Town as Andrew Dawson was held up over the line, but then they had to scramble back quickly in defence as a loose kick from Doran went right into Doncaster's arms. Moy managed to keep hold of the attacker until the Town defence were back to halt the surge, but it was obvious that this half would not lack the fire and passion of the first. A high bomb was not defused by Morris, and although Aaron Jones-Bishop was halted, his pass to Brad England went unchecked, and he managed to touch down. Beharrell adding the kick took him within 2 points of Town. They had the perfect answer as they got a second set of 6 on the Doncaster line, which resulted in Tyler Dickinson crashing over from short range and Forber making it 5 from 5 kicks. And the momentum was with Town, and so was the luck of the bounce as Doran put up a sky-high kick on the last. It was allowed to bounce and it fell right into the arms of the flying Hambley, who dived gratefully over the line. Forber had his kicking boots on and added another kick from the touchline to widen the advantage. But then they made their own life harder as they knocked on inside their own half and allowed Doncaster to pile the pressure on. Town put in a superb stint in defence with bodies on the line to hold up Kyle Keswick over the line and deny the Dons an opening. But then Jason Taylor raced in from 40 meters to score a fine individual try to give the home side hope with the clock beginning to tick down, but Beharrell's kick hit the uprights to leave Town 10 points clear. Doncaster were coming more and more into the game and Town were feeling the pressure with some of the defence looking ragged and mistakes creeping in. Miller nearly got a final try as Penkovic saw the gap and put a little grubber through, but it just got entangled in his own feet. But as the game went into the final minute, Town were awarded a penalty and Forber slotted it over as the hooter sounded, with Town winning 30-18 and moving into the final.